Oh, what's up? What's going on down there, people? Hey guys, how you doing? Let's talk deadlifts today. What is up, guys? So you guys have been asking for this video for a very long time, and this is the deadlift video. You guys have been asking me to break it down, and I wanted to do this a different way. I didn't want to do just like tips, 1, 2, 3. These are the things to think about. Instead, I wanted to do kind of an inside of the mind of the deadlift. So while I go throughout my warm-ups, while I go throughout my work sets, everything, you guys are gonna hear my thoughts. I'm just gonna talk about what I'm thinking about, what cues I'm thinking about. You guys can maybe pick up some tips. I think it'll be very interesting. It'll be a different way to learn about the exercise than just the typical, like, make sure that your knees do not track over your toes. Do not press through your toes, press through your heels. That's not fun, right? So we're gonna go through the mind. And if you guys like this, I'll do this with other exercises. So like bench, you know, pull-ups, squats, any exercise that you guys can think of, I'll do an inside of the mind and kind of give you guys tips and things to think about while you're doing it. So if you do want to see that, please let me know. Otherwise, let's get this video started. Step number 1, put on your favorite type of music, because that's how you get down with the groove. And right now, that is Ray Strammer, Illest Walking. Now, as far as stance goes, I usually like to just walk up to the bar, and that is generally the right stance for me because I like doing conventional. But something I will point out is that almost everyone will go through doing conventional and sumo. You know, everyone's always like, which form is right for me? How do I find the form that's good for me? Well, it's not necessarily always one form. Sometimes I do sumo, sometimes I do conventional, and they're both awesome. And you'll learn which one you like more or less, things like that. So I start with the bar so that I can figure out the path that I want to take with the bar, and as far as what muscles I want to fire, just to get myself ready. Now, before I actually pull any real weight off the ground, I like to do my stretches. You guys have seen this before. I've had a video up called, I think, Stretching Legs with Humorous Fitness. You guys can search for that. But it's just simply dynamic stretches. I don't like to do stretches where you hold because, well, I could go into that, but I'll leave that for you guys to search in the other video. I like to do 16 of each of the stretches. So right now I'm doing my hamstrings. I'm trying to keep my legs straight, kicking it as high as I can, really feeling the hamstring stretch by thinking about putting my heel through the roof. Hey, 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 take this. Oh, double. Ooh. Oh man. That's hamstrings. Quads is just kicking back. It's just like you're kicking off of a skateboard. Kick, push, just like that.
You can do them at the same time too, in the air like this.
See?
Optimal warm-up right there.
You just don't look as cool. And finally, the last thing I like to do is to open the groin. And I'll do 1 set of 8 out. And then stand up straight and then start out to in. And I'm trying to actively think about keeping my opposite leg, the one that's straight, I'm trying to keep that forward. I'm not trying to twist my torso. I'm trying to make my hips do the work. Honestly, if your air conditioning's not really cold and you have kind of a hot old school gym like this, you can break a sweat doing some warm-ups like this. Before you actually set up for your first warm-up, I know it's a warm-up, take it seriously. Act like it's a really heavy set, act like it's your work set. Because when you pull it off, you want to feel like that's so light because you're putting the effort in that you would on a work set. Before you actually pull off the weight though, find your position, make sure you like whatever position is, reset if you need to. Find your feet, find the bar. What I like to do is I like to squeeze my pecs, my abs, and my lats. This way my whole torso is stable and I keep my chest up. And then when I come down, I'm in position. So what I like to do also is some invisible reps where I'm coming in a position, grabbing the bar, letting go, doing it. And then when I come down and grab this bar, double overhand, right outside of my feet, it's fast, watch. So I usually do about 5. Even if I'm gonna do work sets of 8, 12, whatever, I usually stick to my warm-up sets being smaller, just because the reason I'm doing warm-up sets is, yeah, to warm up the joints, muscles, and ligaments, but to feel powerful, and confident for when I'm doing my work sets. We're running out of battery. Oh, we better hurry up. 5%, baby. Remember guys, I know you've heard this 1,000 times. When you're warming up, pay attention, be very careful. Use this so that you don't hurt yourself later. But do that. Right now I'm figuring out where my pressure points are, where my feet are pushing through the ground. If I'm putting the weight in my lower back or into my glutes and my hamstrings. And if I'm doing it wrong, I'm making adjustments now so that when I'm putting max effort in, I'm not messing up. Whew. Okay, so set or warm up rather, number 2. Pushing through my heels, I push through the ground. Try to keep my head neutral, not up, but neutral. Press in my heels, drive my glutes, my hips forward by squeezing my ass. This guy's watching me. He's like, is this kid talking to himself? Seriously guys, one of my biggest tips is when you're doing these warm-ups, feel confident. Know that the warm-up has to be easy and then push as hard as you can because that's how you make your mind know that the work set's nothing. So this is probably the last time I can do double overhand. Then I have to switch to mixed grip. Last warm-up. Cool. I'm gonna put one more plate on. This will be the first work set. And with my deadlifts, because I don't do them as often as my squats, my first work set will be my lowest working set. And if I feel confident with it, I'll move up from there with more weight. Okay, so now that we have 4 plates on here, this is gonna be my first working set. Now check this out, guys. For the last probably 12 weeks, I've been doing squats. I haven't done deadlifts at all. Really, at first I was doing squats because it felt better. And then I was just really enjoying how squats were. I was really killing the weight on it. So I was like, all right, I'm just focused on squats because it's when you get something, you find an exercise that you're just killing, you're like, nice LP, nice. Do it again, do it again, come on, come on. I'm stopping my narration just for this, man, come on, let's go, let's go. Attaboy. He must have been watching this video. Anyways, when you find like an exercise that you really like, you just kill it and you're like, why would I do anything else other than this? Because it's feeling really good and I'm feeling powerful on it. Anyways, my point being is I'm not perfect at this deadlift, guys, so if there's anything you want to critique or say, please leave in the comments, but be positive about it. Try to be positive. Try to make it constructive criticism, not just like, oh man, you suck for doing this or that. Because I'm not perfect at this. I just wanted to give you guys my thoughts while I'm doing it. Anyways, I'm just delaying so that I can catch my breath, but here's the first work set. We're gonna see how it goes. I'm gonna put my race strummer on. I'm not gonna talk during this set. Here we go. Drop it on the ground.
Cool, 4 plates on cut.
I know. I'm surprised I can pull that, man. I thought I was gonna snap my back. Felt real good. Whew. It's at 2%. Incoming tips. Hold on. Okay, so I only have a few seconds of battery left here, but the last tips that I can rattle out, really keep your chest up when you're doing it. If you're feeling yourself rounding really hard and you can't keep your chest up, you need to use that weight that you can keep your chest up with enough until you've built the strength in your body that you can do the form correctly. Because when you see people really round in their back, that's dangerous. You'll see powerlifters do it, and I know it seems like, oh, they do it, I can do it. They're doing it at a certain part of their spine, in their thoracic area, that doesn't cause them to be in danger because they've trained themselves to handle this a certain way and have their spine load a certain way. But you probably, if you're not an advanced ass lifter, you don't really know exactly how to round your back. So be careful and don't round your back. Press through your heels. That is a huge thing. I talked about that a little earlier. That's huge. Press through your heels. It is so freaking important. Keep your breath tight and your abs tight. So take a big breath, lift, and at the top, exhale, and then breathe in before you do the next rep. Never try to rep out stuff by just holding your breath and then just doing it. 1, 2, 3, 4. You'll turn red you'll get lightheaded and you're gonna end up like that guy who did a deadlift, got excited, passed out, and smashed his head in the dumbbell rack. You don't want that at all. Oh snap, okay, I'm running out of battery. I do wanna show you guys one more set. This is gonna be the hardest set I've done thus far. So I guess I'm gonna tell you guys just a few things, what I'm thinking before I get into the set. Oh shoot, we're at 1%. Don't look at me, LP. Don't you look at me, boy. I'm about to do a really heavy set that I am exhausted on, fatigued on. I'm not sure I'm gonna hit it. I try to take deep breath, try not to get too excited, but I try to get tense. I feel my muscles tighten up. I squeeze my muscles, squeeze my butt, feel my chest, you know, squeeze, get tight, my lats fill up. That way I feel strong. And like there's only one thing happening. I'm just picking it up. Not like I'm trying to hold with my arms and pull with my legs. I'm just trying to make it all one movement. Wow, guys. All right, my sexy ass people. Thank you for checking out this video. I hope you guys like this. Guys, I'm so excited to go to Body Power. If you haven't checked out my sponsor, Machine, right here, I'm wearing their clothes, I'm wearing their capri shorts. Check them out, man. They're the one who are flying me out to Body Power, making it so that I can go to England, travel for my first time out of the country. So I'm so appreciative of that. And I can't say enough nice things about them. Their clothes is super, super high quality. The people who run it, amazing people. And they're gonna do huge things, like guarantee. So I appreciate if you guys check out the clothing. You can use my discount code in the description below. I'm out of breath. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please let me know what other exercises you want me to do with the inside of the mind of, and I definitely wanna do them. So if you're not rambling and having a hard time thinking, you're not working out hard enough. I'm definitely out of it. I can't even outro this right. I love you all. Team Beyond the Week. CT.
Lift heavy or die MIRIN, motherfucker.